fleas ain't your thing, and you don't like the sound of an exploding king. If you're easily scared and don't laugh at poo, you better turn off this show ain't for you. Still watching? Then let's test your brains with Horrible History's Gory Games. Horrible History's Gory Games.
Hello and welcome to Gory Games with me, Dave Lamb.
And me, Rattis. And Dave, I have to say, I'm liking your shirt.
Well, thanks very much, Rattis. I really appreciate the compliment.
It looks like someone's been sick on it, and I am a big fan of sick.
Yes, let's just get on with the show, shall we? And meet today's horrible historians.
Hi, I'm Charlotte and I'm from London.
Hello, Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Matt and I'm from Chichester.
Hello, Matt.
Hi, I'm Katya and I'm from London.
Hello, Katya.
Welcome, everyone. You are here to win year spheres.
At the end of the show, the person with the highest year score will win a fabulous prize that I found floating in the time sewer.
Let's hope it's not one of Henry VIII's number 2s.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
No, it wouldn't, actually. It'd be horrible. Time for round 1. What's it about? Let's go over to the Gory grid to find out.
It's the frightful First World War.
So, 4 questions on the First World War coming up, and the person who gets the most right wins the first year sphere. Your 4 First World War topics are nicknames, the French, laws, and beds. So, Katya, you get to pick first in this round. Which one of those takes your fancy?
Nicknames, please.
True or false? King George V of Britain was nicknamed the Fat King.
Let's see your answers now, please. Wow, Katya and Matt have agreed on true. Charlotte thinks it's false. What's the actual answer?
It's false. The Fat King was actually a nickname for Major Ellis, who set up a factory in France to turn animal fat into explosives for bombs. So if the Germans blew up one of our horses, we could use the horse fat to make a bomb to fire back at them.
It's what Dobbin would have wanted. Well done, Charlotte. First point, and I shall award a skull. Well done. Matt, your turn to pick a topic.
Laws.
Now that, Matt, is a prop question.
Prop question.
Yeah, that's what I said, a prop question.
Yes, Dave, and today's prop is in the top cupboard.
Ah, yes, but that is precisely what you want me to think, so clearly it's not in the top cupboard, which means it's either in the middle or the bottom. Now, which is it?
Yeah, you've got me. It's actually in the bottom one.
Ah, which is exactly what you want me to think, so therefore it must be in the middle one. Oh.
Too easy! Sorry, Dave, just a bit of fun. The prop was actually in the top one.
Right. Oh, not again.
That never stops being funny.
It stopped being funny some time ago, Rattus. Here is the prop. This is a kite. So, true or false? During the First World War, it was illegal to fly kites. Show me your answers now, please. Everybody has gone for true, and I can tell you it is true. The authorities were worried it might mean you were sending secret messages to the Germans.
I'm good at kite flying.
Really?
Yeah, well, I've always got plenty of wind, haven't I?
Thanks for sharing that. You have all scored a point. Superb effort. Charlotte, it's your turn to pick a topic.
Beds, please.
True or false? In the World War I trenches, posh officers slept in sheds made of metal.
Show me your answers now, please. Wow, the girls have agreed on true. Matt thinks it's false. What's the actual answer?
It's true. They did, while us ordinary soldiers had to sleep in the muddy, freezing, rat-infested trench.
Congratulations, Katya, another point for you. Charlotte, another point for you. So, 1 question left in this round, all still to play for. The question is on the French, and this is what it is.
Is this true or false? Many British soldiers believe their allies, the French, were charging them rent to use the trenches in France.
Show me your answers now, please. Everybody's gone for true. Are they all right or are they all wrong? Let's find out.
It's true.
It was nonsense, of course. It was just a malicious rumour.
Indeed.
But it's a point for everybody. And that means that at the end of that round, with 4 out of 4, Charlotte is the winner of the first year sphere. And it's time for me to say, all hail the potty pyramid. Rattus, have you been fiddling with the music?
Yes! I like it. I thought it would make a change because it's a little bit potty.
Well, thank you, because you've successfully destroyed the moment. Never mind, Charlotte. Pick your year sphere anyway. But choose carefully, of course, because AD dates will be added to your total and BC dates subtracted from it. We'll find out what's in there at the end of the show. So, winning the World War I quiz means that Charlotte is automatically through to play the First World War game. But will she be alone, or will everybody get to play? Let's find out. It's a single-player, silly game. So, Charlotte, get down that time sewer on your own.
See ya.
In the First World War, food rations were as dull as the colour scheme in Rattus's house.
What's wrong with brown?
Everything. So to make their dull diet seem a little more fun, the British squaddies made up their own slang. It's time to play...
Know your onions.
5 foods and 5 novel nicknames. Your job is to match the snack to the slang. Simply grab the food from the store and place each item next to the correct First World War slang name for it. Make your choices, then touch the stinky boot to see how many you've got right. Keep trying different combinations until you get all 5 correct. But you've got to be quick, because you're against the clock. And your time starts now. Here goes Charlotte playing Know Your Onions. So she has to match the foodstuff to the slang term for it. So those are the biscuits, and she thinks they were referred to as bully. What's rat slang for biscuits? Yeah, I can see why you chose that. Now the porridge. What's the slang for that? She thinks it's mucking.
Mucking.
Oh, I had a bit of muckim this morning, if that's what it is. Anyway, she's got 5 things down, touches the boot.
You have 1 correct.
1 right.
Only the one.
Oh dear, well, that's a bit of a shocker. So she has to move them 1 at a time here, Rattus. I think that's the key. Then you can learn. I don't think there's any real strategy in play here.
None whatsoever.
You have none correct.
None right. Well, she knows she's got to do something. And she needs to do it quickly.
30 seconds remaining.
Yes, I'm not sure this random plate swapping's going to work. The only one she hasn't moved this time is the corned beef.
You have 2 correct.
Dave, you know when you get a corn on your foot?
Yes.
And you know corned beef?
Different kind of corn. Back to the game, I think.
You have 2 correct.
Oh dear, well, there's only seconds remaining. Can she work it out?
Time's up.
No, she can't. And she'll be disappointed with that. Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Charlotte. Welcome back. Bad luck. That was very difficult, wasn't it? But sadly, no year sphere for you. I'll give you the real answers just in case you ever do find yourself in a trench. Posy was jam, burgoo was porridge, but muckim was butter.
Oh.
Bully was corned beef, and hardtack was what they used to call biscuit. OK, round 2, and to find out what's up next, it's back over to the Gory grid.
It's the Nasty Nights.
4 questions again, and your night's topics are battles, tournaments, German knights, and the First Crusade. So, Matt, it's your turn to choose first in this round.
Battles, please.
That is a question from you-know-who.
He means me! Hope you're ready for something stupid, by which I mean a stupid death. What was unusual about King John of Bohemia, who fought at the Battle of Crécy? A, he was blind. B, he was already dead. Or C, he fought with paper armour and a cardboard sword.
Show me your answers now, please. Katya and Charlotte think it's B. Matt thinks the answer is A. Let's find out from Death what the actual answer is.
The answer is A, King John was blind. He rode to battle with his horse tied to 2 bodyguards. It didn't work out. He was killed. Talk about the blind leading the blind.
But surely his bodyguards weren't blind.
Don't be such a nitpicker.
Didn't work, did it, Rattus?
I can still hear you.
What I mean to say is that it did work excellently. Well done, Death. OK, that's 1 point then for Matt. Congratulations. Charlotte, it's your turn to choose.
Tournaments, please.
I'll get straight to the point. My question is,
How did knights from Bohemia win all their jousts in 1310? A. They rode bigger horses. B. They used longer lances. Or C. They wore special armour.
Let's have a look at your answers, please. The girls have agreed again on B, and Matt is out on his own again with C. Let's find out what the answer is.
The answer is B. They used longer lances.
That would certainly work, wouldn't it? Congratulations, Katia and Charlotte. It's your turn to pick this time. Katia.
German knights, please.
A German knight called Max Walther went into tournaments with an unusual crest on his helmet. It was a spike, but what was impaled on it? A. 1 pig's bladder. B. 2 roast chickens. Or C. 3 sausages.
Show me your answers now, please. The girls agreeing again. Matt deciding he knows best with B. What's the answer?
The answer is C. 3 sausages.
Well, there we go. No points awarded for that one. And there's one question left in this round with you all level pegging. The last question is on the First Crusade. Here it comes.
During the First Crusade, what did some knights believe God had sent to lead them to the Holy Land? Was it A, a rat, B, a goose, or C, a donkey?
Let's see your answers now, please. Total agreement at last. Everybody thinks it's B. What's the answer?
The answer is B. The knights thought a goose would lead them to the Holy Land.
So that's a point apiece. At the end of that round, we see it's 2 points each. That means we are going to a tiebreaker question. Beginning with the letter S, what wooden object did a knight hold in his left hand? Katia.
Sword.
It's not sword. Matt and Charlotte, can they buzz in? Matt.
Shield.
Shield is the correct answer. Bad luck, Katia. Well done, Matt. Help yourself to a year sphere. Remember, Matt, the later the date, the bigger the points. OK, Matt, as the night quiz winner, you're through to play the night game. But will it be just you, or will the others get to play too? Let's find out. It's an all-play, silly game. So come on, everyone, let's get back down that time sewer. Lead off, Charlotte, you know the way. Becoming a knight took 14 years of training. And your training starts here. It's time to play... Lancelot. In the Middle Ages, knights would practice their jousting by running the rings. You must ride up and down your lane, hooking 1 ring at a time and bringing it back to your basket. The first to collect 6 rings wins the year sphere. You ready? In 3, 2, 1. So off they go with Lancelot, and here is where they are hoping to, in fact, Lancelot. And oh dear me, that's a shame. That's 2 knocked down already by Matt and Katia. Charlotte's doing well, though. She speared her first ring. I don't think Matt actually collected a ring that time. I don't think it had fallen off, he didn't realise. But Katia and Charlotte have both started well.
Dave, I have to say, I don't know many horses, but I once had a nasty run-in with a mule. They can kick like... Oh, what's the expression?
A mule.
That's the one.
Easy when you hear it, isn't it? So here we go. Matt has got his first ring there, but the girls are neck and neck with 2 each. And there's Matt. Look at him racing along, trying to catch up with the girls. He's picked up some great speed on his horse now, it has to be said, Rattus. And look at that, he's got his game face on. Lovely. Oh, yes, it's all very much still to play for here. There are rings that are up for grabs. There are rings that need to be lanced, Rattus. That's 3 for Katia, 3 for Charlotte. Well, I know maths is tricky for you, Rattus, but that is halfway. No horses have been harmed in the making of this game at any stage. There was somebody got a splinter off one of them at one point, but none of the horses have actually been harmed. Now then, they're moving through this game very nicely. Oh, that one wiped its feet a bit, didn't it? So 4 apiece then for Katia and Charlotte. I think this will be an out-and-out fight between them. Oh, but Charlotte's just knocked that ring off. That could cost her. Matt's doing very well here, but the girls, they've just got that extra leg speed and that precision when it comes to dropping the rings in the basket. Oh, case in point there, Rattus, case in point. Oh, hello, Katia twirling a lance round like a baton. Not sure that's going to help. She needs to focus because Charlotte has got her 5th. If Katia can get this one through, she's going to win. Look at that, she's got it in place. She's just got to drop this into the basket. Oh, no!
She's missed!
It was in, Rattus, and then it was out, and that means Charlotte behind her is surely going to win this. Yes, she's done it! Charlotte runs rings round the ball, and she is delighted. Charlotte, yeah, that's right. Help yourself to a year sphere. Very well played. That was close. How was it for you?
Matt dropped his, so that's when I thought it's my chance to catch up.
Matt dropping his made you think you were still in with a chance?
Yeah, so I started running.
So half of that year sphere is Matt's, effectively?
Yeah.
No, it's not. We're not going to take that away from you. Well done, everyone. Round 3, and it's over to the Gory grid to find out what's up next.
It's the awful Egyptians.
4 questions, as always, and here are your 4 Egyptian topics. Ramesses II, the afterlife, hair, and toilets. So, Charlotte, what will you have?
Toilets, please.
You won't be surprised to learn that that is a question from Rattus.
True or false? Egyptians invented the toilet seat.
Let's see your answers now, please. Everybody thinks that's false. Rattus, are they all right or are they all wrong?
It's true! The toilet seat was made by cutting a hole in the middle of a stool, so their own stool could drop down through the stool into a box of sand!
Yeah, Rattus, too much detail. No points awarded there. And Katia, it's your turn to pick a topic.
The afterlife, please.
True or false? When he died, the ancient Egyptian king Zer had all of his servants given land and gold.
Let's see your answers now, please. They're all in total agreement again. This is getting a bit spooky. What's the answer?
It's false. At King Zer's funeral, 338 of his servants were killed so they could work for him in the afterlife. Well, they should have read the small print in the contract.
They should have done that. If I'd read the small print in mine, I'd have found out that I was presenting with the talking rat. Still, points all round there. Lovely. We're all off the mark. Matt, it's your turn to choose.
Ramesses II.
True or false? When Pharaoh Ramesses II failed to win at the Battle of Kadesh, he just pretended he had one.
Let's see your answers, please. They're all in total agreement again. This time, they all think it's true. What's the answer?
Well, it's true. He built huge statues and temples commemorating his famous victory. Honestly, some people.
So if you don't win today, just build a huge statue and pretend you did. Well done, that's points all round again. Look at that, it's 2 points apiece. And this is the final question, and it's going to be asked right now.
Is this true or false? An Egyptian remedy for greying hair was to apply a mixture of black ox blood, which had been boiled in oil.
Answer that question now. Katia and Matt still agreeing on true, but Charlotte thinks that's false. What is the answer?
It's true.
Excellent. Katia and Matt, well played. A point apiece there. And that means we have a tiebreaker situation. Beginning with the letter S, what is the name for the huge statue in the Egyptian desert?
The Sphinx.
Katia says Sphinx. The full question was, beginning with the letter S, what is the name for the huge statue in the Egyptian desert of a lion's body with a man's face? You're absolutely right, Katia. It was the Sphinx. Help yourself to your first year sphere. Everyone's got one. Well done. Katia, you won the Egyptian quiz, so you're through to play the Egyptian game. But will you be playing on your own, or will the others get to play too? Let's find out. It's a single-player, scary game. So take a deep breath and get yourself down that time sewer, Katia. Woo! Be brave. Having an amateur try their hand at mummification would be a terrible idea. So that's precisely what we're going to do. It's time to play...
Mummify me!
The embalmer who mummified this pharaoh forgot to remove some organs. Your challenge is to find and remove the stomach, liver, intestines and lungs and put them in the correct canopic jars. The brain needs to be yanked out through the nose and binned, and you'll also need to bin the bladder. But the heart must be left inside the body. Got it? Well, let's hope so, as your time starts now. So here goes Katia with Mummify Me, and she's gone straight for the nose implement. And I should warn you, this can be a bit graphic. Oh, Rattus, that's going to smart a bit, isn't it?
Ow!
Hook up the nozzle. Ouch. Now, Rattus, I'm not sure that's the whole brain. That looks like a tiny piece of the frontal lobe, but at least she's put it in the bin where it belongs. What do you think she's after now, Rattus?
Well, certainly not a snake, Dave.
Well, that is a snake. I mean, that clearly shouldn't have been in there. But, oh, my goodness me, she seems to be thinking about what jar she's going to put that in. No, I've not actually seen intestines live and in the flesh, but I'd imagine they don't look like that. What's she going to do with it? In the bin? Yes.
I've never understood the point of bandaging a mummy. It's not like they're going to get better, is it?
True indeed, Rattus. Slight misunderstanding, but true nonetheless. Now that, for me, is the stomach, Rattus. She's now checking which canopic jar. Very well done. That's textbook.
Dave, have you ever tried eating a stomach? It's basically a meal within a meal.
Delicious. Now, what's this she's working on here? Oh, my goodness.
It's the bladder, it's the bladder.
It's got to be the bladder.
Everywhere.
Judging by the amount of wee. Well, one thing we can learn here is that mummy must have died needing the loo, because there was an awful lot of wee still in it. Thank goodness for that. Hopefully that's the last we've seen of the bladder. She's down in the intestinal area.
30 seconds remaining.
And now it's the pulling game, like some grisly tug of war. The mummy against Katia. Goodness me, they're going on forever. There they all are. Now, those have got to be stuffed into that jar, Rattus, haven't they? Stuffed right in.
Easier to pull them out than stuff them in, Dave.
Yes, and seconds are ticking away here. I'm not sure she's got time to be tangled up in guts. She's still got the liver and lungs to go. She can't take the heart, she wants the lungs. Lungs. And she's found a liver. What was that doing up there?
Time's up.
It's all over. Oh, what a shame. Bad luck, bad luck. You got close, but you just ran out of time there. Unfortunately, no year sphere. So it's time for the final round, and we go over to the Gory grid one last time to find out what we've got.
It's the measly Middle Ages.
No quirky quiz in our final round, so it's straight to our big all-play end game.
Oh, does this have poo in it? Does it?
Yes, it's got poo in it.
Hooray!
Get down that time sewer with a lot of you. Bye.
Bye.
See you soon. It's time to go
Gong farming.
You've all just got yourselves a job emptying cesspits. Congratulations. You have to collect the gong from the pit, carry it along your lane and slop it into your measuring cylinder. And whoever collects the most gong gets themselves a year's fare. You ready? 3, number 2s, number 1s. Go! They're clean now, look at them. Pristine. But that's about to end because they're off down to the other end of the lane where the poo awaits. And look at that. That's terrific farming. Now, Kawakati is flying down that lane. That's incredibly quick. Not that much poop delivered, but now that is what you call a full payload. That is extraordinary. Maybe Matt added to that halfway down his lane. You know, had a quick secret poop into his own bag. No, Catty has lost her footing already, and you don't want to slip over in that, Rattus. And here comes Matt again. Look at it. He's swimming in it. There is poo everywhere, Rattus. You must be loving this.
I'm going to get me water wings on.
Get your water wings in. Get out there and enjoy it. It's poo time all day, particularly at the end of Matt's lane. Look at this. Look, watch how much he gives in here. Look at it. He's almost filled it. This is ridiculous. He is amazing. Some Middle Ages people wouldn't even bother with a cesspit. They just poo directly onto the street. Oh! And there's some now. Look at that.
30 seconds remaining.
Well, this is where it gets very, very slippery. You don't tend to see much more gong delivered after the huge poo deluge. Time is ticking. I think the girls are going to struggle to beat Matt now. Oh, dear me. Katia is all over the place here. Oh, and so is Matt. Oh, there's gong everywhere. Oh, Charlotte there, making a valiant last stab to deliver some more gong. But I think Matt's got this one in the bag. Literally. Time's up. Yes, it's all over. Well, it's all over Katia. It's all over Charlotte. Well, it's all over all of them, to be fair. And Matt has won that with an extraordinary amount of poo. Welcome back, gong farmers. Terrific work. I'm glad to see you're all cleaned up. The winner, with the most amount of gongs farmed in the history of the programme, was Matt. Help yourself to another year sphere. Remarkable. Wasn't it, Rattus, that?
It was amazing. It was almost spilling over the top.
Right, now it's time to count up those year spheres. And remember, AD dates are added and BC dates are subtracted. It's the moment of truth. So, Katia, let's have a look at that first year sphere. Oh, it's a good one. 1891 AD. School was made free for every child that year. Matt, let's see what you can do. 1305 AD. The execution of William Wallace was that year. So it all hinges on what's in that second one. Let's have a look. Oh, it's 64 AD. The Great Fire of Rome was that year. That leaves you with a total of 1,369, which is not enough to beat Katia. So, Charlotte, you've got 1,891 to beat. 1845 AD. The Great Potato Famine in Ireland. That means you are currently 46 behind. Let's have a look at that second one. 1099 AD. Fantastic. The First Crusade was that year. That means that, Charlotte, you are today's winner with 2,944 points. All that means, of course, that you have won the sort of prize that will drive all your friends wild with jealousy. Providing, of course, that all your friends are into old junk that's been fished out of a sewer. What have you got for us today, Rattus?
Oh, it's a prize that's really full of heart. Because it's a heart wrapped in a poem. Specifically, the heart of Georgian poet Percy Shelley, whose wife kept it wrapped up in one of his poems when he died.
Ah, a poem, you say. The prize is a rotten old heart, about as welcome as a stinky... Well, my way would have rhymed. Anyway, there you go, Charlotte. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep a safe distance away from it. Well done also to our runners-up, Katia and Matt, who'll be taking a trip home that they will never forget, because it's going to be so horrible. Yes, I'm afraid we're flushing you two back down the time sewer. Off you go. Bye, Matt. Bye, Katia. I've been Dave Lamb. He has been Rattus.
And he's been Marcus the Flea.
You've been watching Gory Games. Goodbye.
Say goodbye, Marcus.
Goodbye.
If mummies, rats and fleas ain't your thing, and you don't like the sound of an exploding king, if you're easily scared and don't laugh at poo, you better turn off, this show ain't for you. Still watching? Then let's test your brains with Horrible History's Gory Games. Horrible History's Gory Games.